Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is my weekly What I've Been Warming. I've got lots of great wax here on the table. Get my table a little closer. And I have a good mix of things that are still kind of Christmassy, still kind of festive, and other things that I haven't even thought about melting for quite a while. So let's just dive right on in. First off, because I really don't know what day I was doing what, I did want to touch on one specific Bring Back My Bar that when I had melted it the first time for the reviews, I was struggling with that cold mid to late December. I knew I liked it, but when everything was totally clear, cherry clove chutney is really, really good. So I would encourage you, if you like anything that's sort of a spicy and sweet berry or cherry scent, and you like things that kind of remind you of, I don't know, just like a holiday, festive, yummy concoction that has spices and would be something that maybe you'd serve with the cake. This cherry clove chutney, it's a perfect description. Really, really liked that. So I'm probably even going to club that rather than just get a few, which is what I think I told you in my initial review. It is sweet. It has lovely spices without being overwhelming. It's good and strong and mixes nicely with other things. If you already had Cherry's Jubilee or some of the other cherry type scents that we've had in the past, that might be a very good accompaniment. It would also be very nice with spicy scents or with orange scents. So let's just keep moving. I did a day, I think New Year's, where I got out some deep, dark, spicy bars. So spiced Emberglow. I have a couple bars of this in my collection, and I rarely crave it, but I just wanted it on New Year's Eve. So this has a smoky vanilla, a roasted apple, and a hearth scent with cloves that are almost biting because there's a smoky, embery bitterness to them. But it's good when you get all the pieces together. And I definitely enjoyed this. I put this all over the house with something very similar and complementary. But this other scent, I just don't want to use all of what little I have left. That is spiced berries. I love this either on Christmas Eve or New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. Like I said, this year I did New Year's Eve. And oh, is this beautiful. It's just so pretty. There is a frankincense and myrrh type quality to this, and the berries, it is very warm, very elegant, and very festive. Then in some sort of a flash sale, I also threw a few cubes of this in a couple warmers. I got jeweled pomegranate last year in one of those flash sales I was just talking about in a bundle. This is a beautiful bar. It's kind of low-key. It was a November scent of the month a long time ago, and it has what I consider like a watery, juicy punch bowl effect when you warm it. So you get the mandarin, you get the pomegranate, and it's very pleasant, but it's not like super strong, but it was good with those other way spicier and heavier bars that I was just talking about. A couple of things that I did in the basement, and normally I just don't go all over the place, but I didn't organize the table as well as usual. Rum Pum Plum's going down there right now. This is a really good holiday scent that's in our catalog until at least the changeover, probably in March. And I really like this. We just had berry tart, or we do currently for Bring Back My Bar. I think Rum Pum Plum just shows how good it is when you're comparing it to other things. Now, nothing will touch sweet plum pastry for me ever. That's in my club. But Rum Pum Plum has a very nice rounded, juicy plum and baked pastry quality to it. That berry tart, to me, it just doesn't even touch. So that is a good one. Go order some of that if you are thinking about doing a berry scent for the winter. Now, I seem to have lost my Clam of Rustic Lodge that I was melting in the basement. I love this bar. You guys hear me talk about it the most in November, but I just like it in the winter too. This is like a hunting lodge with pine trees. It's kind of masculine, kind of musky. Oh, it's so good, you guys. And it's just so cozy. This is in my club, never coming out, and it was great downstairs. I will slowly take all the Christmas things down. But I am the kind of person that can't just go from all holiday to everything being every day. So January, I kind of slowly detox off of my holiday decorating high with sparkles and snowflakes, and I keep the smaller trees that I have been using just as accents. I put those in different places, so if you've looked on my Instagram where my beautiful tree was by the fireplace in the front room, now the mini tree that was in the back room, I moved that out here so I still have some twinkle and some beautiful lights. It's that soft, sweet glow from the lights that I miss the most when you start to take down the holiday decor. I'll get to the big tree in the back hopefully this weekend. And then the basement, sometime this month, I'll get that all cleaned up. But anyway, it was good down there. So another day. This was very popular with the family. I did a whole bunch of maple apple bourbon, and my younger daughter, who normally doesn't comment on things like this bar, came in and said, "Oh, Mom, what are you melting? It's great." You guys hear me talk about this all the time. This is in my top 25, maybe even my top 10 of all the Scentsy bars I've ever melted in my life. It might just be my house because I don't hear anybody sing the praises of this except me. I love this scent. It's rich, it's warm, it's saturated, it's happy, it's cozy. There's no spice, but it has all the other things that I like. The woodiness, the warmth. The Red Delicious apple in here is just perfect with the other things. Top 10 bar in all ways. And then to go with it, I did another top 10 bar, which is like top 3 or 4, and that is apple butter frosting. Oh, these two are so good together. If you have both of them, melt them in alternate warmers, and you will be in this wonderful, sweet, intoxicating apple heaven. With all the bakery and the sweetness and the frosting that's in apple butter frosting. And then it got just a little bit much. So I threw in a couple judicious bits of salted caramel cider to knock down the sweetness of the maple apple bourbon. And that was a direct mix, and that was good. So if you have the salted caramel cider, mix it 1-to-1 with maple apple bourbon, fabulous. So that was a day where I should have done that in the fall, but it was so nice as a kind of downer off of Christmas sort of a scent because it still had the happiness and the juiciness and the cuddliness of Christmassy smells. I really don't know why Scentsy has not put apple butter frosting into our scents of the season. I think that would be a good idea. If you guys think that that would be an appropriate scent for scents of the season, we've had weirder, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do an idea share. So next, what else was I doing? Oh, I really enjoyed Pixie, which I talked about in my reviews. And I know I said something odd, which is that this, even though it's really a perfumey romantic scent, I just felt like it had some sort of a holiday festivity quality to it. Like, it isn't really Christmassy, but there is something fun about this scent that's different. Maybe it would be best for Valentine's Day, I don't know. But I wanted to pair that with something from Teddy Bees that I have called Vintage Flannel, which for all the world smells like Quiver from Scentsy. And they were really good together. Absolutely nothing to do with your usual Christmas or my usual type of melting scheme, but both of these have that musky, romantic, complex quality. This has pink pepper and a bunch of other, maybe some sandalwood and a bunch of florally musky things. And the Vintage Flannel is leaves type, sandalwood, cedarwood, dark chocolate, suede, velvet woods, jasmine, and musk. Yes, very nice. I'll probably, when I get more bars of Pixie, do that again late January or early February. It was really nice. Then another day, I was just doing the last hurrah of some things that were half used. So Wassail Wonderland and Christmas Cottage. I did better with Christmas Cottage when I could fully smell it this time and I got the citrus notes. And it is lovely. I just didn't do so well with it that last melt mid-December. It wasn't so good. And then the Wassail Wonderland, which is all oranges, little teeny bit of spice and some fir tree. It's so festive and it's beautiful in the house. I've been working on some clove and cinnamon, just kind of throwing that in a cube or two, mini warmer here and there. Oh, and that was so nice with the other spicy things I was just sharing with you. In the basement, another one that was in the basement, Icicles and Evergreen. This went for 3 days. This was such a good smell. I was so glad to have a couple of clams, and I'm still working on a nasty, juicy brick that's kind of 3/4 of the way used up. Sugar crystals. It's got eucalyptus, but there's no sharpness. Apples, evergreen boughs. It's really happy and gorgeous. Again, this would be another one that I think would be nice to bring back either, well, it's been a brick recently, maybe down the road as a sense of the season type thing or a BB&B. Okay, what else do I have here? Oh. Here's an interesting combination for sure. From Teddy Bees, Vintage. Was really not sure how I felt about this when I first got it in my pre-order. It's been sitting for a couple months now. The first smelt that I did of this scent, all I got was the fig and the cypress, and I thought, oh dear, even for me, and I like strong, and I like woody, and I really do like fig. It was kind of overpowering, and I thought, I sure hope that the cypress and fir needles and the plum and the fig are balanced by the cinnamon, the cedar, and the smoldering woods. Now, the scent itself is a little bit more balanced and mellow than it was the first time I melted it just from sitting, but what I found to just be perfect is to take this scent and pair it with either something citrusy and spicy, like the Sips of Cider, which is not my favorite scent, again, all by itself, or I'm really loving it, and I have both of these two Scentsy bars going with this. I love it with Cinnamon Bear. Alternate warmers, because the Vintage has a little bit of cedar, cinnamon, and smoldering woods. Then you add that Cinnamon Bear. Oh my gosh, is it good together. It just makes the house so happy. And Teddy Bees just had a brief opening for some leftover things that didn't really sell all that well over the last cycle of pre-order in RTS, and I was able to land another loaf of Vintage. So I've been working on this one because I know I've got more coming, and it's so nice. Oh, so Cinnamon Bear is just the most beautiful saturated cinnamon if you are a cinnamon lover you're ever going to smell. And then Sips of Cider is kind of a weird one. I think there's cardamom or allspice in here and ginger for the spices. And then there's blood orange and cranberry. It's a little tart sweet weird, but it's very, very nice today in the house with the Cinnamon Bear and the Vintage. So it's kind of an odd combination of melts, but it's really working. Another day, this is right after Christmas, so you're coming down off of the emotions. I grabbed Old School Christmas. Oh, I see why all you Teddy Bees fans just lose your mind over this. This is so good. Now, it doesn't last a super long time. So I have this chunk left, and I've got a souffle. I know that comes back every couple years. If it's offered again, I'll probably get a loaf. I loved this. This is fresh pine, red apples, warm cinnamon, sugar crystals, and marshmallow cream. And it's the marshmallow cream with all the rest of that people keep saying it's like 'Tis the Season from Bath & Body Works, but 'Tis the Season has a bitter edge. That is nothing but sweet, creamy, and mellow. So I actually grabbed very vanilla to melt with it. It was really good. Oh, it's beautiful. Because this Old School Christmas has this sweet, fluffy quality, kind of like the Tonka bean, vanilla, and musk, and very vanilla. Obviously, there's lots more going on in here, but I may do that again, maybe, and use that up, or I'll hoard it for next year. I don't know. In my bedroom, I haven't done an awful lot, but I did some bundle up one day. So good. Oh, I think I clubbed this. Pretty sure I did. This has mandarin and beautiful, sweet, fluffy body care scents. It goes with the Holiday 5-bar bundle that just went away at the end of December. Beautiful smell. I did get a fragrance flower in that, but I haven't opened it yet. I need to. So then one more thing. I don't want to forget this. A couple things that I was doing in my bedroom, and then I have been so curious about this scent, but being that I was melting Christmas and more Christmas and BBMB and more Christmas, Fall in Love from Teddy Bees. This is warm autumn spices, fresh pumpkin rind, charred marshmallow, cedarwood, and pine trees. But it didn't smell the kind of fall specific where it feels like hayride, or it feels like you're going to a square dance, or it feels like you're going out for like a bonfire and apple picking. It felt kind of wintry. And I melted this the other day. I put it in my little snowman warmer from last year and my fabulous flurries behind me. Oh, you guys, this is so good. Oh, and it's really good paired with Rustic Lodge, because I melted both of them, although one was upstairs and one was downstairs yesterday. Fabulous. Oh gosh, the cedarwood and the pine trees and the pumpkin rind. This is like a November, December, oops, there goes a chunk on the floor. November, December, January scent, and I have several souffles for various reasons, and I'm so, so glad that I do. It's great. So then in my bedroom, I got brave, and I broke into I Heart Vanilla Frosted Cranberry. This is so beautiful. in the very beginning, as the melt got started, I wondered if all the parts were going to work together. And I will let the majority of this cure till next year. Because you got the I Heart Vanilla, you have the tart cranberries, blonde woods, hints of apples, and frost. It is a different balance with the cranberry being more forward than frosted cranberry from Bath & Body Works. And it's just as lovely. It's just a little bit different. It went for 3 days, which surprised me because people have said the performance of this is not good. Maybe just because I was using it in my bedroom. I got a ton of cranberry to start with, and it made me a little nervous, but it balanced out right away. You got all that tart cranberry, then you got the vanilla body care, and that vanilla body care carried through in a beautiful way, maybe with the apples and the frost for a couple days. I can't wait to melt this again. It is gorgeous. Really pretty. And then rounding out all the things that I was doing, Weekend with Nene, which is a really fun combination, one of her layered ones. Look how cute this is. Oh, guys. The pink toasted marshmallows and the Winterfell. And this is not as strong. This is what's interesting. Everybody has different reviews on things. I found this to not be as strong as the I Heart Vanilla Frosted Cranberry in my bedroom anyway. Oh, but this is good. So the Winterfell's a little bit peppery, icy, woodsy, and the pink toasted marshmallows just leaves you with this fuzzy, cuddly, sweet soft scent. So it was a good melting week, and I am refreshed. I had several days to truly do nothing. From about, the 28th I got to see my brother, and I am a new auntie. They just had another baby just yesterday. He was supposed to come in February, but he's safe. And I'm so happy. So I now have the two nephews on my side, and I've got lots of nieces and nephews on my husband's side. And after we saw them, then the Sunday, the Monday, the Tuesday, and the Wednesday, beautiful, quiet, nothing to do, that no man's land between Christmas and New Year's. It was fantastic. So I hope the rest of you have had time to take a deep breath, get an extra nap, just rest, relax, and recharge, and that the new year of 2025 is a good one for you. God bless, guys. I hope that you are enjoying what you are warming to. Have a great day.